Curatoli, very classic left-handed Italian fencer. Very tricky in the middle of the piece, very disciplined on his long attack, quite fiery sometimes. It's going to be a very exciting clash.
Thank you.
So here we go for the second of the semi-finals, the World Championships in Budapest, the men's sabre competition. Papature, the referee, will get things underway. Luca Curatoli on the left of your screens and Oh Sanguk of Korea on the right.
Harry Poss from Curatoli to start. I think that's going to be his game plan, is to use varied preparations on the line and use more second intention. Nice, well read. Oh, trying to make him fall short, but miscalculated the distance there. Curatoli's foot landed very early, and then his hand action was long after the lunge finished, so the attack finished with the end of the foot movement of the lunge.
So lost the right of way. It's not who hits first, it's who had the attack, whose turn it was. So Oh Sanguk, well, he came through fairly comfortably all of the rounds. Against Luigi Semelli, he was 15-8. Against Lokanov, he won that one 15-9. He's had a fairly easy day. Luca Curatoli, well, he had a fairly easy one against Sandro Bazadze in the end, and then beat Shaul Gordon of Canada in the quarterfinals.
Was the attack from O. I was watching both these guys having their warm-up lessons earlier in the training hall, and O's lesson was a pretty brutal physical affair. Went on for a very long time, and he came off barely even breathing. Unbelievable athlete. O looked for attack and preparation. Curatoli looked for attack, counter-attack, and Papature said attack left, because O didn't find the moment to hit the preparation. I think he's right as well. Curatoli's right into the last part of his final action.
So sticks with the original decision.
Good call.
And much of the fencing has been in the middle of the piece again in the second semi-final.
Yes. Both fencers are very disciplined and clinical with their long attack, and I think they both realise that, and they don't want to give priority away, so they're not risking too much outside the middle 4 meters at the moment.
So simultaneous, 4 apiece.
This time they both prepared into the middle. O paused, and Curatoli in that instant managed to take up the attack first. It's called a reprise attack, so he stopped and then he reprised the attack just before O started. Time O took the reprise over, finished comfortably. That was what I was talking about. It's very hard to stop his attack once he has the priority outside the middle.
Yes, so athletic, so fast, and so long.
Long, exactly, yeah. Keeps the distance long so you can't counter or find the blade, and then finishes from what feels like miles away when you're fencing him. Actually manages to earn priority again, that's good. Waiting for the moment. Falls short, good use of the piece by O. Just kept his front foot on the piece there and finishes that long attack beautifully.
Yeah, when it comes out of the middle, you've got to fancy O.
Absolutely right. I think Curatoli's game plan is going to be, and has been so far, try and contain him in the middle, use your parries, use your tricky changes of preparation to confuse him.
And being left-hander as well might help.
There you go, just pulled him short in the middle. He has to be more disciplined this time. Oh, defending every inch of the piece. Now the lunge needs to come. And there it is. Look at that patience. Incredible discipline under pressure.
Well, O has a way of gluing his front foot to the back line.
Absolutely, his pieced awareness is phenomenal. Just when you think you can catch him, he just disappears off the back of the piece with one toe still in the territory.
I compared it earlier to Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Seems to be able to dodge the blades, bent backwards.
Absolutely. The rush of blood there from Curatoli. He went for a fast attack. Just trying to change it up, but it's very rarely the right action with O. You normally have to prepare first.
Attention, attaque de droite sur le fer, la riposte touche point. Yes. Merci.
So O was in there first, but he started his attack first, but his first action went into Curatoli's guard, so that was a parry for the Italian. I don't think it was deliberate in any way.
Yeah.
It was a failed attack by O.
Allez.
Curatoli's right away.
Excuse me. First, stay on the line. Stay on the line. Première attaque sur le fer, la riposte touche point. Mr. Curatoli, 1 minute. No, no.
Curatoli was arguing with Papaturi there, then Papaturi then gave him the point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
I think he assumed that Papatore was going to give attack counter-attack to the right, which by the hand signal was actually, to be fair to Curatoli, is what I thought. And then he said attack counter-attack, attack parry riposte.
So we go to the break at 8-7, and we have a look at Luca Curatoli there, his coach Leonardo Caserta.
Caserta's going to be saying you cannot give him that long attack. You have to control the middle of the piece. No rushing into one single intention, first intention attack. You have to play with those preparations, play with the distance, use your blade actions. And crucially, when he does get priority, Curatoli has to get his opponent to the end of the piece and finish right at the end. He can't finish early because O will pull you short if you don't get him into that last few inches of the piece. I think for O
Down the other end, it's a bit like a boxer with
it
us.
It is very much, yeah.
Being wafted with a towel and toweled down.
And he looks like he might be able to mix it in the boxing ring as well. I think his coach will have said, you know, not to rush in against Curatoli and give him the chance of those parries, but to do maybe more multiple preparations, try and pull Curatoli short or go compound when the Italian stops. Try and cancel out the parry and the timing hits. Very finely balanced match. Real tactical battle here. Top left, yes. Oh, coming in too fast, too soon.
Big point that for Curatoli. Oh, actually competed in the Summer Universiade in Naples just around about a week ago. So would have travelled here from Italy. At least he wouldn't be jet lagged.
That's right.
And it was a fairly comfortable victory that he had. He took a gold medal in the individual, gold in the team.
Had a couple of tight matches on the way, I think, but yeah, in the end came through. Yeah, first no from Curatoli. That's correct call. Curatoli's sending back to video.
Yeah, so Curatoli's first attack fell short, so O picks up the right of way, and then although Curatoli, let's have a look at the replay.
Slow-mo one. Maybe the referee might change that. It's interesting. Interesting. Whether he's looking at the foot landing first. So foot landing.
Yeah, so first attack now. So he sticks with his original decision. Score stands at 9 apiece. Well, this is a much better second semi-final.
Yes, a bit more competitive, and each fencer trying to change their tactics, change their preparations. I think the previous match was characterised by Satmari having a good answer to Aberdeen's parry, and Aberdeen not really being able to change during that match. This match there's been a few changes of tactics.
Now, Curatoli doesn't have a vital piece of equipment. Is he missing a body, bare body wire?
Yeah, he's got a problem with the wire. His wire came out of the Sabre, which would stop obviously the hit registering if he hit his opponent, and he didn't want to continue with a wire that was not going to sit securely in the Sabre, which is quite reasonable. And you should have a spare wire in the bag, and that's the responsibility of the...
So now will he get a yellow card for this?
Well, because it's gone through the call room, I think that's the responsibility of the call room staff. So actually, I don't think so. We'll see. See how harsh you're going to be. He's going to blame the call room team, and Papatore might well blame him. So we'll see what happens. Interesting, both these semis, we haven't really seen any of the fencers trying to go early or race off the line too much. Haven't had any false starts. They've all been fairly calm and controlled at the beginning. Obviously, planning to prepare themselves and not rush in and steamroll their opponents too much. So we haven't actually seen cards for that, which we often see in modern Sabre. You know, such a big advantage gaining that initiative off the line. Both have been quite cagey affairs in their own way.
Yeah, it's that initial first step. Again, if you're new to fencing, or particularly new to Sabre, you you've got to look at the footwork first, don't you?
That's right. First the footwork preparation, and then what the hand does in relation to the feet after that is very important.
So Vasyl Malenchev there just checking the body wire and attaching it.
Quick body wide change for the Italian.
So they're using a wireless system that works in conjunction with the box on the back of the mask.
That's right, there's a wire from the Sabre into the sort of battery pack that you'll see dangling down behind the fencer, and then that's sending the signal to the scoring equipment. So the fencers aren't wired up to the scoring equipment, they're just wired up to the little receiver. It'll be interesting to see if this break has helped anyone.
Yeah, who's it going to advantage? It's given O a chance to think.
No one's been able to really cancel the other one's preparation or tactic out so far. No one's been more than 2 touches ahead. Very cagey affair, this.
So here we go, 9 apiece.
Compound attack for the Korean. He's just sharpened up his preparation, got a little bit smaller and faster. Curatoli then was just a little bit taken by surprise there. He was trying to go slow and watch, and gave him no chance.
Yeah, just 1-2. Hit him with the old 1-2.
Absolutely. Curatoli fell short now. Big chance for O to
come on.
2 hits ahead, and we know how good his attack is. Patience.
Oh,
He just pulls that off. I thought he was going to fall short there.
Well, Curatoli was off the back line anyway.
Yeah. See here, he went for the jumping flunge attack. Key moments in the fight here for the Italian.
A crucial lead for O. Now Curatoli's going to ask for a video review here, because this point is so important.
O went for tackle preparation. He got the time, but the question was, did he hit the guard first? The referee said it was malparry, meaning that he hit the guard and target at the same time, or the target first. Curatoli thinks parry.
And Curatoli has lost his video appeals now. 2 unsuccessful. Does not have a chance to appeal again.
Tackle preparation for me. Yes, referee says the same. Much more direct action from O as Curatoli jumped off the line. He's just had a little rush of blood to the head there.
Yeah, so he jumped in with his feet but didn't make any movement forward with his hand.
Exactly right. O lunged with a straight arm into it.
And now Oh Sanguk is looking in the driving seat here.
Parry pass for the Korean. That's a lovely hit. As I was saying earlier, he's got the technique as well as the physical side. And from 9-9, there was that little break for the body wire change.
Yep, and that was it. O had worked out what he needed to do. Oh, missed with the...
Curatoli on the attack, has to land this attack.
Interesting.
Right at the back of the piece. O standing his ground. Attack for Curatoli, well done.
Yeah, O was lured into the counter there.
He was, yeah. Curatoli just hopped back as O tried to hit preparation and then finished well. It's a big ask now.
Yeah, O needs 1 more to book a place through to meet the local favourite, Andrew Satmari. Now O thinks he's got it. Babaturi's going to look at it.
He's tiny bit ahead. Now whether that's going to be enough for the referee to give it, I'm not so sure.
Let's have a look at the replay.
You can see it in slow motion. They both pause. I think the referee will say together there.
Yeah, big call.
And
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, big call to win the match, that one.
A couple of Korean fans in the audience not happy. Again, the same.
They
Both
both
pause.
stop start.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, he's using his second video. Whoops.
Yeah, well, he's on 14-10, so may as well.
I think maybe
But
that's partly to settle himself down
Yeah.
as much as expecting to get the hit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks absolutely together.
Yeah.
Now we'll see if O actually changes, does something different.
Ray Ali.
They did.
Excuse me.
Well, O thinks he's got it. What's Papaturi going to say?
Could be attack now.
Cherchez le fer.
Yeah.
Première
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
looking for the blade.
Yeah, on the way in. 2 actions from O. And you see, if you wanted a video, you shouldn't have wasted the
Yeah,
one on the
yeah,
last
well,
hit.
exactly. That might have been a better call.
Stay on the stay
If we see a slow motion of this, then you'll be able to see that on the way in, O did a little search for the blade, or it was possibly a compound action, but just a bit too big. 1, 2, there you go. Look for the blade, didn't find it.
Didn't connect. So what's O going to do now?
Should go slow step, make miss, I think.
Ray Ali.
Oh, tackle preparation for the right.
And
Curatoli doesn't have
that is
video.
it. He doesn't have a video. It's 15-11 and Oh Sanguk is through to the gold medal match. That is a big performance from the Korean.
Excellent result from O there from 9-9. There was a little break for technical problem, and he kept his head, came up with a slightly different game plan, and was really, really effective. Great performance from a 22-year-old under